Hey everybody, Mariri and Taran here, and I am back with another review of a Capcom figure builder standard model Monster Hunter. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna level with you here, guys. I have a feeling that there's going to be a couple of comments saying that, oh, why didn't you cut this out, why didn't you cut that out? I'm building this on an iPad, and I don't have a computer that can run editing software right now, mainly because of internet, and secondly because my computer is a sack of shit. So most of these are unedited, unscripted, basically me goofing around, because that's what you do when you're a pathetic nooblet like me. So I will do it the way I want it, which is this way. At least until I get better software. So, this is Capcom Figure Builder Plus Model 1. And in this one, we can see that we have a Monoblos and a Sarajeos with a mystery figure. Wow, I wonder what that could be. Not like the models on the side of the box, but that's okay. We got the same thing going on here and here. And over here, we can see that there is going to be a Yangaruga with a wounded ear. And then we're going to have a Tidal Narjarala, a Brute Tigrix, a Monoblos, a Sarajeos, and a Tiger Stripe Samtrios. And over here is a bunch of legal mumbo legal stuff. Okay. And it has some of the English here, of course, telling you it's the sharp points, and the pointy bits will hurt you if you are a big dumb. So, yeah, nothing on the bottom. And as all figure builder sets are, you can see all the boxes in here, and it has that little tissue paper that you can hear me scrapping in the background. Scraping. Doesn't matter. All I know is it's not liking me right now because it's hot out. I'm not kidding. It's 80 degrees and there's no air conditioning in this apartment, and I think I might be dying. That's okay. Yes, there is a hammer there. I used that to block things. Sorry about that. Here we see the box within the box, and this box obviously shows wonderful art of Syracuse and Monoblos, both being rad as hell. You can see Brute Tigrix and Tiger Stripe Zamtrios in all of their angry subspecies glory. Here we got a Tidal Narjarala, totally hogging up the whole show on this end. And then we have a Yangaruga, looking old as nuts. So, with those, you can see the back here. And this nice glossy. For some reason, this paper is glossy, whereas the other ones are not, and I can't figure out why. I think it's just this specific set that somehow got the glossy paper, and the other ones did not, but oh well. So, there's all that stuff telling you about the feature, including the connecting bases and the mystery figure. This has all of the roster right here. This has information getting to Capcom website, and you can figure out and see these catalogs of all the figure builder sets, including the standard models, if I had whole sets, but you know, that's okay. There is some more legal stuff over here, including some English stuff, telling you again, sharp points, you will get poked if you're dumb. But we're not dumb. Right? Right. Brute Tigrix, let's get down to it. Okay, now, if you guys have seen my previous model, my previous video, you would have known that this is the same sculpt as the Molten Tigrix from the Capcom Figure Builder Plus model Angry version. So, yeah, you could see that it comes in two pieces, as the other one did, except for it's the different wing this time. And you're going to notice all these pretty little stripes that are all along him, and this dark grayish kind of brown. Let me zoom in on him, and you can see that he has all that beautiful sculpt and that beautiful muted brown to the T. He is commonly found in the desert, so you're most likely going to fight him here. He's mainly present in 4 Ultimate and 3rd portable third, to be exact. I don't know if he's coming to World yet, but we'll figure it out. If Tigers is coming to World, more than likely his subspecies might be following very close behind, so we don't know. Until then, we have this a beautiful boy to remind us that Brute Tigers is a piece of... I should probably note that the reason I'm kind of angry about this boy is because his main gimmick is, you know how Tigers can wound you with his voice, because he has the voice of a punched angel. He spams that. That's his gimmick. He just spams that all over your butt. And you're supposed to accept it, because that's how Monster Hunter works. Next up, Tiger Stripe Zamtrios. Now this boy I'm not going to take apart just because the pieces are such a pain in the butt to put together and put him on the base. This is probably the best way I got him on the base at the point, so I'm not going to mess with him. But his legs do indeed come off. And you can see here he's coated in these beautiful stripes all along his body. Obviously showing his name, Tiger Stripe. He has this nice blue kind of glossy look underneath his entire body. I don't want to take him off the base. His feet are going to fall. And then there it goes. One of his feet fell off. My luck, because I can't have a good day. And you can see here, he's got all these beautiful little dots of yellow being overlaid by this nice teal blue. It's genuinely very pretty, and the sculpt is wonderful. You can see all the wrinkles, all the dents, and all his gills on his body, and even his disgusting mouth, because, you know, you can't have a good day unless you have the image of Vor in your mind. Swear to God, what's with Capcom and their Vor monsters? We got Zamtrios, we got whatever the fuck Hezu is, and then we have Jaggerus, and it's just, I'm starting to sense that there's a fetish in there. Oh well. I'm rambling again and making inappropriate comments. I'm going to stop. Tiger Stripe Zamtrios. Good subspecies. Good model. Gangaruga, everybody's most hated chicken. I hate this boy. Mainly because he uses all the shitty attacks that Rathian uses and mixes them with Yankaku's lurpiness, but that's okay. I fought him in Unite. I did my time. I'm done. I don't need to do this anymore. So you can see he has the beautiful plates all along his body. You can see that awesome looking tail, if the camera will focus in on it as opposed to the figures behind me. If I can just... No, never mind. Okay then. So you can see that beautiful tail sculpt among with all this on his wings. You can see these nice little kind of almost looks like skin type texture all over his wings. Gives him almost that almost leathery look. He has all those claws on his wings. And since the base just casually fell off, I'm going to pretend that's a part of the show, and we're taking him up and looking at him. You can see that his body is nicely painted and sculpted to show the muted purples and greens of this beautiful wolf, raven, dragon thing. And this model is unique in that he is the scarred version. He's lost his eye and his ear. Whereas the other side, you can see his little eye and my ugly finger. You can see that he has that nice little green patch. They do actually have that. And overall, just very nice and spiky and very tiny, very light. Like, whee! That's how you can tell. His fall test in comparison to anything else, like, let's take a look at Title's fall. See, that was a nice loud thump. This boy, whee! Very light, very soft. And yes, I can throw these figurines around. They're made of ABS and PVC plastic. Very nice combination, very flexible, don't fall apart. Wonderful. Now, speaking of the devil, we will go into Title Narjarali. He's my favorite subspecies being showcased in this set, in which you can see that he is very much so a water and ice monster. Hence his name, Title Narjarala. He has these beautiful, like, muted colors all over his body. When you see him in the game in 4 Ultimate, it's like a work of art. he burrows through the ice. So in a kind of annoying fashion, he kind of just burrows up and eats your bum from the bottom up. So you can see the beautiful sculpting, of course, that all these models have. He comes apart in 2 pieces. He comes apart in 3 with the wings. I'm not taking them apart because they're a pain in the butt to put back on. And you slide that back in. This is a very, very nice socket here. It's very natural looking. You can't really tell that that's actually a seam because it molds so well into the model. It's hard to tell where it is. I actually have to keep fumbling around, like grabbing random parts of it to see where the seam is until I find it. And it's actually really refreshing to see models that do that. You can see here the nice yellow stripes and the orange. There's a lot of nuances with all these colors here. They're lighter shades that you can't normally see unless you tilt them to a certain part of the light, and then you can see mixes that you haven't really seen on this figure before, which makes it very interesting and a lot of fun to look at because he's unique. I mean, I don't have the normal Nardrella, so I can't really compare him. I know what normal Nardrella looks like though, and his title counterpart, in my opinion, looks better. Alright, Mano y Mano, Manoblos, the single player monster of hell. Basically a Diablos, but with a single horn, and you can't fight it in multiplayer because Mano y Mano. His horn's kind of tilted because of the packaging. That can sometimes happen with all things. But like with all things in this light plastic, all you have to do is put a hairdryer on medium heat and gently blow dry it and mold it to your liking shape, and that will stay. That's how you fix all these things. I actually have to do that with my Kieran model. And you can see all of these beautiful creases and scars all over the top of his head. That nice little plating at the top is just perfect. Just Take him off the base. We can see all this wonderful paint job, which ironically is just a bunch of browns. He comes apart in 2 pieces, which is easy to put back together. And very nice click or thunk noise. All the details of this monster are present right here, and I should probably warn you that there is a Chinese ripoff version of this figurine on Amazon claiming that it is a dinosaur or a dragon, and I found that kind of funny. I think you might even find one of my, the review being like, yeah, that's stolen property, but it's China, so they don't really care about anything. It's China. It's kind of an isolated country in that sense, but yeah, you will see this figurine outside of the model because it was the model's been stolen. So that's great, but in a Capcom fashion, they managed to make it look gorgeous. So one thing that nobody will ever be able to replicate is the beauty of these models and their detailing work. Finally, we have Sergios, the limelight of the set. He is my favorite by far of all of these, merely because Sergios is one hell of a fight, and he is gorgeous. This beautiful zygodactyl boy, which means the toes look like that way, is very powerful, very fast, and he inflicts the bleed element. He's actually the origin of the bleed element. So for all of you saying that that's Odogaron's thing, nope. It was initially invented by Sergios. And this Eagle of the Sky is a very cool wyvern because some of his attacks are just not seen by other wyverns. Some of his swooping attacks are more reminiscent to that of an eagle than some kind of dragon. And he is beautiful with that golden and silver paint. It just shimmers. Almost looks like he's ready to bathe in the desert sun. He's gorgeous. This metallic paint job is to die for. And this is one of my favorite figurines because of that and its detail work. And like most winged things, it comes apart in 3 pieces. It has this point. I'd recommend putting the peg in first before putting in this one, because that makes it easier for this to be... Never mind. You put this one in first, because that can help you keep the full seam. and that can help you line up this part with this. If you put it in the other way, I just remembered that it has a tendency to bend the peg, so let's kind of avoid that by not doing that. This one has a very weird base placement where it's basically rubbing the tail and you have to put it at a certain position, so it's kind of awkward, but overall it's still a very amazing figure and I wouldn't trade it for the world. If you get all 6 of those, like all Plus model sets, you get a jelly, and this jelly is of the Sarajeos model, so it's pretty much the same as the other Sarajeos, other than that it doesn't have color. Very nice yellow though, it's not too obtrusive, it's not too gross looking, it's a kind of a pleasant gold. So yeah, that's just kind of a nice little extra that you get for getting all the pieces. Most of those types of jelly figures you can find online anyways, so yeah. That has been my review of the Capcom Figure Builder Monster Hunter Model Volume 1. It's a really weird long name, and you'll see it when it's written in the title. That's how you do it correctly. Not what my face is saying. So yeah. But yeah, these are all gorgeous. If you're gonna find these, they are pretty rare now. I've seen some of the sets go for hundreds of dollars because they just aren't made anymore. These were made in, how old are these? I think they were about, let me see. It's volume 1, so I'm assuming it's about 4 to 5 years ago. Yeah, so they're pretty old, definitely out of print, and you're not going to be likely to find them. But if you do, your expected price range is to be from $200 to $99, just because of the nature of it. But if you get a steal, go after it. Personally, I love the set, and if you love 4 Ultimate and some of these beautiful baby boys, then I recommend getting it. If you're not interested, it's best to skip it, because at this point, if you're just interested in World and Generations, then you might as well skip it. Get individuals if you can. Individuals do cost up to $20, so beware of that. But again, if you can find a deal, try and find one. So yeah. My name is Mariri and I am out.